Hey everyone, I am back with a really fast little Christmas card to share with you. These dies are from Poppy Stamps that I'm going to be using today. It's a trifold card, which is great because it holds a couple of photos, sits up on a mantle, and there's room for a small message. I have two sheets, basically one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock cut in half. I scored each one at 4.25, and I'm cutting off just the very tip edge of one of them. And then I'm scoring them with my bone folder and making sure that those folds are nice and crisp. Now I'm going to be gluing this down to create the trifold card. So the normal size is getting glued down so that you can't even see the seams. And the reason that the right side is a little bit shorter is so that it folds nicely. Now, I did not glue these on straight, so I had some cleaning up to do. No big deal. I simply made it just a little bit smaller, lined it up in my cutter. So we're going to get to the dies I used in a minute, but first my lovely models for today. My daughter Ingrid, son-in-law John, and my grandpugs Stanley and Puggy. And they are so sweet. They're very sweet dogs. And very sweet kids. Awesome kids. And anyway, so I'm using the tall curve border from Poppy Stamps. And this just creates a really great frame. Now, a little hint here, or tip I should say, if you order the 4x6 print from Costco with a white border at their 1 hour photo, this tall curve border is the perfect width for this. So I basically just followed along with the photo, and that gave me the placement, and then I cut the excess off around the edges. And here is my cat Sushi up on my craft table with me. Anyway, so then once all that was cut, I wanted to put some strips because it is narrower than the size A2 card that I'm going to be gluing this on. Hang with me, this will make sense here in a second. But rather than measure it, I just placed it underneath, the length I needed and just cut it that way. And that gave me the perfect height for my little borders that I'm going to be making. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just cutting little strips and then I glue them onto each side. And what this does is this just, gave it a little bit of, style, I guess, rather than just empty space there because it was taller than it was wide. So that is how I rectified that, and I really like how that turned out. And I just glued everything on. It just couldn't have been easier. I put the tall curves on, put the snowflake borders. That is called the snowflake tall curve border. And then the snowy Merry Christmas. And glued all those on, put another little border on there. And it's just a really fun, fast card. This could be great for engagement photos. It could be great for baby announcements, Christmas, just anything. So I was just excited to share this. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you again soon.